just going to turn off both mics at the moment, okay?
Okay. Grandma, is Grandad playing today?
Yes, we both are, love.
Why is he taking so long?
He's having trouble with his dentures. They don't fit like they used to.
Grandad, you're making us late.
Need to get those dentures fixed, love. Go see Clinico.
Test, test. Okay, welcome everybody. This is Matt Side on behalf of Bowls New Zealand, bringing you coverage of the Clinico Classic. We've got Barry Hooper here, who's going to be doing commentary. Good morning, Barry.
Good morning, all.
So, tell us a little bit about the two teams we've got covered here.
Yes, I can tell you a little bit about the two teams that have made their way through qualifying rounds yesterday and a one-round knockout today. We've got a team made up of Grant Stowe, the lead, Fraser Gray, who'll be playing at 2, Tony Gray as 3, and Mort Jones, the skip. These four are all actually from the Hillcrest Club now, but they've been transferred over to Frankton Junction, I think most of them, but they've known each other because Hillcrest has just closed the season, and so they've retained their association with each other, and they're playing a team of 4 made up of 2 from Tokoroa and 2 from Pirongia, Lisa Mundell at Pirongia, Gwen Dwayne at Tokoroa, Vicky Cole, Pirongia, and Tina Jakes from Tokoroa is the skip.
Okay, and how many ends are we playing?
And we're playing 12 ends, or an hour and 35 time limit. If the game is tied at the end of those 12 ends, then there will be a one end, extra end, because being knockout we need to have a decision, and the winner of this team will go on and play the final against the winner of the other semi-final.
Okay, so just confirming the ends, it's
Be 12 ends.
with the permitting.
That's we've been pleasantly surprised this morning after yesterday's gale force winds that we experienced all day, but today is dawned very nice, but rain is threatening.
Yeah, it's pretty
And I
dodgy
think
out there at the moment.
It might be starting to drizzle a little bit now,
So
and
there's
hopefully these players have come prepared for such conditions.
Pretty close here.
It is very close. It'll take us an end or two to work out whose bowls belong to which team, but we'll get that sorted fairly quickly.
So for those just tuning in, tell us, Barry, how does this all happen? Because they're not picked teams, so how does this whole tournament work?
No, it's an application for teams to participate in the event. It's made up of 32 teams,
Yep.
and so yesterday we had 3 qualifying rounds, and they were divided into 8 sections of 4, and the winner of each section proceeded to this championship round. The other 24 teams are then graded into gold, silver and bronze, and they're playing a separate competition where they'll play 3 rounds today, and each one is almost like a mini tournament in its own right. today's championship round is knockout. 8 started with 8 teams at 9 o'clock this morning. We're down to the semi-final, the final 4, and the 2 winning semi-finalists will meet again. Meet on after this game's finished in a final. But there's a plate division going on at the same time, so that eventually this championship group will be ranked 1 to 8.
Okay, so the winner of this game will go through to the final, which, weather permitting, we'll take. And there'll be another semi-final being played.
Yes, another semi-finals playing on the neighbouring rink, and we may get a chance to just keep you up to date with results of how that's going on.
Okay, so that's right next door there, is it?
Yep, so
On 2.
we'll be able to see the scoreboard, but we may not be able to see very much of the action. And this is Tina Jakes, who had quite a good involvement in bowls a number of years ago, and then had time out from it, and over the last 2 or 3 years has come back into playing and renewed association with some of the other Tokoroa bowlers. Mort Jones, so we'll see where he's got orange bowls, and he's a left-handed bowler. Been very steady bowler over the years.
Yep. And Mort, is that short for Mortimer, or is it a nickname?
I don't know. I've only known him as Mort all the time. It's probably, could
Yeah,
be.
lovely bowl too.
We might be able to find out.
I can recall in my bowling days when I was in the Manawatu, there was a guy there called Mort, and well-known outdoor bowler, and he was actually an undertaker, mortician. So, but he always had the nickname Mort. So, yeah. But I'd say if it's a real name, it'll be Mortimer.
I would say it could well be. I must find out, because my wife's cousin is, when you mentioned about an outdoor bowler from the Manawatu, we have a cousin who's a Mort Christensen.
Okay, so that was 2 shots.
Yeah, we've got, looks like 3 shots.
3. Three's the paddle. Good. We've got a man out there doing the paddle for us.
And it's...
And 3 to who? Which one was that? Jakes or Jones?
I think it's Jakes, because it actually... No, it should be Jones.
Okay.
It should be Jones, because that looks like Grant Stowe that's stepping up. He's put his rain jacket on. And it's 3 shots to the Jones team. Interesting to see Grant give that bowl what we call plenty of green out towards the embankment.
Looks
and it's
like
come in and finished
decent green out there.
Yep, right on the centre line. And yesterday, from about this time onwards, if you put a bowl out on that hand, it would virtually go dead straight.
Yep. Well, this will be close to a collision.
Which returns, both bowls are returned for the deliverers, and
Go again.
yeah, they do.
Okay, weather forecast. It's still just a light drizzle at the moment. Of course, cameras the weather always looks better than it is, but it's just a light drizzle. Hopefully, it's nothing worse than that.
Yes, they're not scrambling for rain cover, so.
Well, it's pleasantly warm. It's not cold. Is there a time limit on this, Barry?
There is a time limit. It's 1 hour and 35 or 12 ends, whichever comes first.
Right. Okay, this is Matt Side taking this coverage here of this on behalf of Bowls New Zealand. Bowls New Zealand, the boys, Alex, Colin and Co are all flat out with filming for Sky TV. So Matt Side, we're a volunteer organisation that does indoor bowling coverage. So this is quite a treat for us to be outside. We're a little bit nervous, but
Be a little bit nervous.
yep, our cameras aren't used to drizzle and rain, so we've got umbrellas and things up. But hopefully we get through it. The good side of it, Barry, is overcast conditions are actually really good for filming.
And overcast conditions are really quite good for playing bowls too, because you can.
Here's a
It's
good
not
shot.
too hot. It's now Fraser Gray has probably been bowling for about 8 years. He's in about his 8th year of bowling. It's a father and son pairing in that team with Tony Gray and Fraser, his son. It almost looks as though, I was going to say one team may have decided to play on one particular hand, but those bowls are running on quite well, which suggests the grasses have been well prepared.
Yeah, it looks to be reasonably quick.
That's a lovely bowl. Fraser is able to use one of the shorter bowls and just what we call wick off it and edge off it and finish right in front, which is puts a bit of pressure on the opposition. Now looking at the head at the moment, you'll see most of the bowls are almost in a straight line, which suggests that those playing are coming to terms with how much green they need to take. The jack is just short of what we call the 2 metre mark, which means they're another 2 metres from where the jack is, or just over 2 metres back to the ditch, and this bowl's gone past the 2 metres into the ditch. That gives you a little bit of visualisation of the distance from the jack to the ditch.
They look to be rolling on very well.
They are rolling on, and sometimes when you get a little bit of dampness on a green, it can make it a wee bit slippery. The bowls will don't quite have the capacity to stop more quickly. Yeah, you can see the few spits of rain out there. Some of the spectators are starting to head for a covered area.
Yes, you can definitely see they're starting to rug up a bit now.
They are. Yeah, the jackets are coming on.
Arrived here about 2 hours ago. It was a beautiful day.
It was lovely.
It was forecast for showers today. And there may be a consideration given by the organisers to shorten the games because they know the weather's coming
Yes.
and it's arrived. So it is potential that they could shorten even the final might even be 8 ends or something less than that.
Yes, I think the intention at this stage is to get as much in as possible, and then if it becomes hazardous for playing or totally can't control any further damage to the rink or the green right over the top, well then they might have to shorten the game completely. So it probably pays. The skips will be aware of this, and the teams will be aware of it. So they're probably going to need to try and keep their noses in front if they can.
Okay. How's he looking here?
He's looking quite good. You'll notice that Tony put his foot where he actually wanted him to bowl. He's almost going to come through the gap. Not quite. Could be a second shot. Wasn't quite quick enough to see what Vicky Cole, the 3, suggested.
So this looks to be last bowl, Tina.
Yep,
and she's out on the wop-wops here.
it is. I think the bowl may have slipped from
Could
her
be
hand.
a first sign of slippery
Yes.
bowl. So one more, or one, yep, to the same team, to Mort. 4-0 played 2.
And that's a shorter jack being thrown. It's about midway. Not sure how far up the mat was. They're just stepping it out at the moment with the possibility that
Consider a measure. Doesn't look too bad to me.
they're just looking as though. Now what those little side movements were to represent about the length of a mat to make sure it's to go 23 metres for it to be considered legal delivery, and they're happy with that. So now they're underway.
Okay, well, we're just starting this tournament, of course. Big support by its sponsors. Obviously, Clinico is the number 1 sponsor, and naming rights, Clinico Classic. And then iClaw, Bowers, Lockerbie and Golden Homes, all good supporters of this tournament. So a good opener there by Grant Stow. Stow or Stowe?
Stow.
Stow?
Stow, like stowaway. That's another good bowl from Grant as well.
Yeah,
He's been,
2 good shots.
He's got 2 very handy bowls. Lisa Mundell has got the bowls which have got 2 different colours on half and half, which not quite sure of the purpose of it, but it's I think it's to let a person know how many revolutions the bowl's doing.
It's a pretty good effort.
Good spot.
So tell me about the, because the rain is starting to kick in here, tell me about the process of, does it get cool? Does the bell go? Do they bring people in? Or is it up to the 2 skips?
Usually a tournament controller will have a talk with the 2 umpires. There's an umpire. We've got 2 umpires on duty. One's and they're operating between the the two greens at the club, the carpet green, the upper green, and the natural grass green, they would probably, if it became, if they were still able to play, even though the players were getting wet, they would persevere as long as possible. If it starts to pond and the greenkeeper felt as though the greens might start to suffer damage,
Yep.
then he might suggest that they call a halt, in which case there might be a delay of...
So it's a suspend play sort of thing rather than call it.
It would usually be a suspended play.
Yep.
And there could then be a time readjustment. Unfortunately, the weather forecasts that we've been getting over the last little while have been becoming too accurate. Because this was predicted.
Well, if the players can tolerate it, we committed to streaming it.
Yes.
We've got 2 cameras under cover, and we've got one under an umbrella and the other a little bit under. So as long as we can keep our cameras dry, we'll carry on.
Oh, good. and you've got, at least it's not driving rain. When you've got driving rain, you've got rain coming in from, even though you've got a cover, it's probably driving in from the sides. You can see that head's getting quite congested over on one side.
So is this Vicky?
This is Vicky Cole. Vicky's been playing about 7 years, so she's into her 8th year. She's been a Waikato junior rep, and she's now been representing Waikato senior team, premier team. In fact, her entire team has actually represented Waikato. And so they're all competent bowlers.
It's got a home there in the catching pen.
Yes, it's usually jacks go back towards where there's a catcher.
Yep.
They don't often go back up the rink, but just every now and then it can change. Now let's go to...
Oh, absolutely flush there.
Yep, and that's probably not what you wanted, because I think that might be Fraser Gray's bowl.
Okay.
Grant Stowe's got the black bowls, Fraser Gray has got green, and Tony's probably got... We'll find out. It might have been Fraser's dad's bowls that he's taken possession of.
I'm used to the indoor game where one team plays with one colour.
I like that idea.
And
Hardest bit is all the different colour bowls.
so it's a licorice all sorts out there, isn't it?
It used to be black and brown, didn't it? And now they've changed a wee bit, haven't they?
Yeah, they're all colours now, but you still play with the same. That's a terrific bowl. Shot itself by Mort.
So Vicky appointed to like a little wee pocket there for Tina to put the bowl into. Yeah,
She got weight to hold.
no. Yeah, now Tony's pointed to a bowl at the back, which is a danger bowl that should the jack be moved, it'll go back to that bowl, so he's asked his skip to come around and cover it. We'll see how well Mort can bring that bowl around.
Tina will be attacking the head again, so...
I think so. I think she's 2, 3, might even... She could be 4 down, so she obviously wants to get in there.
Okay, a little bit more weight on this one.
Yep.
A bit more green with it. Oh, don't think it's changed the shot, that's for
I
sure.
don't think it's changed very much at all. Now we'll see.
So 1, 2.
That's 2.
I'll be getting the tape measure out. Just the 2.
2 shots.
So a good start here for Mort Jones.
Yes, he's 1 each end for the last 3.
Okay, good plug here for the sponsors. Okay, this is a longer end, I think, this time.
You wanted a sponsors little thing about the sponsors. Okay.
The semi-final on the next rank, having played 3 ends, are 3 all.
3-3 after 3. Good, that's a tight game. If there's a little bit of good news, I think the rain has eased.
I think it has too.
Just keep the weather report going as we go through this,
and,
Barry.
yeah, the flags have sort of changed their direction just a little bit.
Yeah.
I think the rain radar suggested that there could be a lot of, shall we say, skittish showers coming across.
It's going to come and go. We're just hoping we don't get a heavy one.
Interesting in a fours game, the leads have such an important role to play. In fact, everybody's got an important role. But if the lead is really putting good shots in, it puts the pressure on the opposition. So it's sometimes a game can be won and lost with the battle of the leads and the twos.
So this is Fraser?
Yeah,
Is
that's
it?
Fraser, and it looks like still a little bit of drizzle.
Just a slight breeze, so I think the greens are more affected by the wind than the rain, other than it being a bit slippery. But there's not just a breeze really. It's not heavy. Yeah. Now this is Gwen. Coming in the back door.
The ball just sneaking in. It might be. Yeah, there's a little bit of room at around the jack at the moment.
This is looking pretty good here.
You can talk about that. You can
Okay, good. That's a good ball from Fraser.
Okay, one of our sponsors, IC Law.
I see law.
I think I said iClaw earlier
Yeah,
on.
I would have probably said iClaw
But,
earlier on, but I think it's
IC.
I see law.
IC Law.
I see law. The ones that say we are everyday people, but not your everyday lawyers. have to talk to them to find out what they mean by that.
Okay, Tony Gray. Now, this tournament has attracted the odd New Zealand player over the last year or two. Is there any notables here,
Yes,
Barry?
there are. What they've been trying to do is have a couple of notable players as a little bit of a draw card, and Bowls New Zealand have been very, very welcoming in the approach to make their players available if they can.
Yep.
And this year we've got Sheldon Bagri-Howley
Yes.
and Selena Goddard.
Selena, yep.
And they were both involved, if anybody's been watching Bowls 5 over the last few weeks, they were both involved in that Bowls 5 competition, which was basically a singles competition, a short, sharp type event. And so they're here this year. Selena has returned because Selena was here last year along with, I think it was Taylor Bruce. And she's another one who played in the Bowls 5 competition. And one particular year they had Joe Edwards and Val Smith, two very prominent New Zealand players from Stoke in Nelson, and also New Zealand representatives. So they've had a feature of a couple of New Zealand representatives, and who knows, they may well have some potential representatives playing over this weekend. This is a pretty good bowl coming in from Vicky Cole. She might just a little bit short, not quite sure where those two bowls nearest the ditch are in relation to, looks like the black bowl is probably, that's Grant Stowes who's probably got the shot. But until we finish the head and maybe have to have a measure, we won't know.
It sort of looks like everybody's got one in a similar distance
does.
away.
It's like a ring around it, isn't it, at the moment?
Yes, indeed.
And I can see a little bit of bright sky in the distance.
Oh, let's not get too excited, Barry. Can't quite tell who's holding here.
No,
Okay, here's Tina. Maybe looking to get that front black, but it's just got shelved off the orange. Mort James. Last shot here. Has he got enough green?
possibly going to run into his own bowl.
He is. Yep, looking for that front black as they call
that's-
here.
I mean, from here it looks as though the other side, there's a little track in there that, but Vicky Cole has decided that it's to come in on that other side. Even if it hits one of those, that might just about,
Well, that's probably the shot.
yeah, I think it is.
And it's her bowl too, I think.
It'll put them on the board.
One shot it is.
One shot.
So we played 4 of 12 ends. And the sun's out, believe it or not.
One jacket has come off and been given a shake. will give the Tina Jakes team a little bit of confidence. Changes the order of play so that they lead off now. It's quite a good bowl, just a little bit beyond the jack.
Here's Grant Stowe. He's been leading very well off the front.
I don't want to put a hex on him, but he's a very consistent bowler.
Yep.
He's almost specialising as a lead.
Doesn't matter what type of bowls. It's a good lead is worth their weight in gold, right?
Certainly are.
Sure was going to make it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Beautiful line.
You can see how it just gradually slows down.
Okay. That one's pulled up as well.
Company as well, yeah.
Might find a little bit of moisture in the
It could
the
actually,
ground. Could slow it up a bit.
it could.
Yep.
It's interesting because as further down towards the mat, sometimes because that's where most of the foot traffic is, the bowl sometimes won't stop. It speeds up a little bit, but as it's coming down through the middle of the green, the water moisture can actually certainly slow it.
That's the shot, I think.
It's a pretty good bowl.
Right, next door at 6-3.
It is. There's been a little
So-
bit of a break there.
Someone's picked up a 3 next door.
Yep. It's certainly heartening to see some of those players with their jackets off.
We'd actually preferred a little bit of
Cloud cover.
cloud cover, Joy, wouldn't we? Yes. This is Joy Archer is in the production area. These cameras don't like bright sunshine on a glistening, wettish green. It looks like you're bowling on glass.
It does. It does.
So, amazes me the different colours of these bowls. Look at them all.
Yes, it's almost unusual now to see a game where they're just all black. There's quite a variety of colours and there's speckled colours. And when a bowl touches the jack, you mark it with a little marking bit of spray or etc. Now when they were black, you could use white spray, but because many bowls now have got white on them, it doesn't show up so much. So there are different colours of spray that you can get. You get a sort of a pinky spray, or they use a pen.
Okay, looks to be a little bit under green, this one. Just breaking into the head now. Yeah.
Just rocks the bowl forward and back again. Oh, that must have been close. I think Mort indicated that he might be one down.
Okay.
Just a little bit difficult. They might to see whether
This one's just breaking into the head now. Just sailing past.
Hasn't changed anything. Here's Tina.
Tina
She
leading
will
off
have
here.
Come away from the head, so she'll know exactly what the position is and what she needs to do.
It's all on the weight here. Looks to be in a good line.
A little bit short. And similarly, Mort will know exactly what the best line is for him and what he will be either taking the shot ball's place or moving the jack to
It's
add.
a bit light to me.
Yep, I thought it looked a little bit light too. Yep.
Okay, Tina into her work. Good chance here.
Yes, it's looking good.
Oh, just
No,
ran
caught
into the
up.
front one.
Yep. It's
Vicky-
fine margins.
Vicky was a bit excited there for
I
it.
think she was a bit excited, yes.
Giving this one a bit more.
He has. He might have gone a little bit wide on that.
Okay,
Now
what's the verdict?
it's
It's
one.
another one to Tina.
Yep.
Probably needed that to keep in touch.
Yes, just keep the score ticking over.
Yep.
So they're nearly to the halfway stage. Here's Lisa's floppy bowl.
Keeps running. She's got an absolute honey here.
It's a very good bowl, and she'll be certainly
There
happy
we
with
go.
that. That's a lovely spot.
That's
to
the
have a
shot
bowl.
of the game so far.
Yep, that's really good. That'll give her a lot of confidence too.
Yeah, to be fair, Grant's probably had the better of the leads, but that's probably the best lead bowl we've seen.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Not far away either, is he?
That's pretty good. Pretty good weight again.
Yeah, she'll just come around. If she can come around behind that black.
There's two good bowls.
Not sure who would have shot now.
Yeah, I'd certainly favour Lisa's bowl.
I think so.
Let's measure for second. Here's Mr. Consistent Grant. He's just going to put one on a good spot. Yep.
Yes,
Mort
just
was
in
happy
behind,
with that.
yep.
Yep.
Tina's going to try and build ahead as much as she can.
That's not an optical illusion, that is a shadow caused by the sun.
There's a shadow.
We're getting a mixed bag here in Morrinsville today. Yeah, pretty good weight for it.
And that's probably quite a good spot, because if there's any movement of the jack, you don't want it to jack to go back and have no cover.
The sun's come out and the players are enjoying it. It's closed up this end. This one's just going a touch. Ended up on a good spot. Not sure of these two skips, how aggressive they are, Barry.
I think probably the 3, Tony Gray, would be a little bit more aggressive than Mort. And Tina is probably plays very controlled
Controlled weight.
weight.
Yep.
Yeah, she's,
Yeah, this is close. This is real close. Coming into the head now. Oh, what a great
that's
bowl.
a lovely ball.
Great bowl. Is that Gwen Davies? Gwen Dwayne.
Yes.
Yeah, terrific bowl. Yeah, it was a pretty good line there from Fraser.
That's Fraser, yeah. That's, again, they've got 3 bowls at the back. And normally one would say, well, let's try and trail the jack back to it. But the position of the opposition bowls right behind the jack means that it's not a pathway through.
Well, there's at least 2 shots here currently for Tina Jake's 4.
And Vicky's covered that, unless it goes in the ditch.
Which it did.
It did. Just drop.
Fell out of bed, as they say.
Yep. You probably see Tony might be a little bit aggressive here. No, well, he's a controlled weighted shot.
They're having a good look at it. He's close.
Far away.
He's very... Oh, he's...
He may have moved he might have brought Grant Stowe's bowl into play, so
At least still 1 shot there for Tina.
I think so. It just looked a little wide. That's another thing too. Sometimes the green often changes its mood. It's had a little bit of moisture on it, and the line that players were taking they might find they have to adjust it by a few centimetres in or out from the side. Here's Tony with another. He's changed his hand. He might try and swing that jack over the other way. He's not far
It's
away,
just diving now.
but he could also take his own ball
He
out,
has taken his own out.
and that might leave Tina with 3.
At least 3 there. So that's developing a big change end here for Tina Jakes.
It would be still hard to take the jack back to the catches towards the ditch, so just the position of the bowls, and Tina might make it even more difficult for them.
It's just out of the count.
And yeah, probably not a bad spot there, because if the jack could squirt in that direction.
Well, pretty tight line. He's going to need weight. Has he got weight? He has. He's close. Oh,
That's a lovely shot. He's got.
what a bowl.
So he's turned three down to one up.
That's terrific from Mort. A terrific end was built up by the ladies here,
Yes.
and all undone with one really good bowl.
And Tina had to change hands and play her forehand rather than her backhand.
Yeah,
And that's the result, where it's just the ball's just
I think
away.
put it in your pocket was the call here
Oh, it could have been
from
two.
Tony. Go as wide as you like, Mort.
It goes wide or short.
He's short.
Don't disturb, don't change anything.
Very crucial shot there for Mort Jones. Halfway stage. We've got an all men's team and an all ladies team. That just is the way it happens here.
Yeah, completely random. And on the next rink, it'll be Damon Pearson playing Debbie White. So one's an all-male team and the other's has got one woman in it. So it's a mixed team.
That score's 7-5 next door, so closed up again.
It has.
In the meantime, the ever consistent Grant Stowe. One just a couple of feet away. Lisa will be looking to continue on from that wonderful bowl from last end.
Yes, he just looked a little wide on this one, but it's coming in now.
Breaking now.
That's
Needs to keep coming.
pretty good.
Good shot. Updated weather report. It's just overcast. There's no drizzle at the moment, so that's good.
It is good. There's Grant playing another good bowl.
Be just a touch wide again.
It is. She might come around behind. Just slowing down now. Looked a little wide from Fraser Gray.
Well, unless things deteriorate, Barry, I think we'll be playing 12 ends.
That's good.
But,
I was just interested in the time. I wondered how much time I'm not sure exactly what time we started,
okay.
but we've got an hour and 35.
The way the first three ends were, I had my doubts we'd get through the game, but it's
Right.
it's just cleared a bit.
It has.
Lisa Mundell giving us a little bit of a wave from out on the green. Okay.
This is from Gwen, and it on a fairly good line. Might just cut away a little bit, but it's
Might sit on an orange. Oh, just ducked under. And what happens at the end of this, Barry? Obviously, the winner of this game goes through to the final. Do the others play off for a plate or a third or anything
yes,
like
they
that?
do.
Yep.
The winner of this goes through to the final and will play the winner of
The game next
game
door.
next door.
Yep.
And the two losers will
Oh,
meet
got it. Got the kitty.
in a
And in the
final. And
sorry, Barry.
it just looks. I was just looking at that. He's taken the jack into the ditch, just looking to see if it was still alive. And it obviously
It is, yes.
So they'll put a little marker behind it, just to let
There we
the
go.
others know. There's a good view of it. You can see where the side is, and that's going to be very hard to beat. So the ladies now will be endeavouring to put their bowlers close to that lip of the edge, the ditch, and that's not far away, but
Needs
it's
to
just a bit
stop.
too heavy.
Needs to stop. There's no other, from memory, there's no other toucher on the green, so there's nothing that can be pushed into the ditch.
Correct.
So really, it's the perfect bowl, less than a foot from the kitty,
Yes.
or jack, I think.
Yep. Either or. And yes, so the two winners will meet off from
Yep.
from rinks 1 and 2, and the two losers will meet off in almost like a plate final. And similarly, the other four losers from round 1, they're playing a similar format, and they'll be playing for 5th to 8th.
Okay.
So,
So everyone's playing.
yeah,
It's not narrowed down to one game on the whole green. Well, if it stays alive, will be second shot. They're waving it out. Nope,
no,
it's out.
Right. It was a pretty good weight. Presumably they were looking at the right marker down there.
Yeah. It was one of Tina's team that waved it out, so it's a little bit of collateral damage here for now, Tina. I think it's sort of, you got to accept a good bowl like that when it comes, so
Yes, and
you
it
just try and go one down and move on to the next end, right?
And it depends on how many other shots there are that are also closer. They may very well have 2 or 3 shots.
Yeah. So she's just got to try and beat the pack here and get a good second shot. This is probably a second shot itself if it stops, and it does.
They were probably hoping that it would go a little bit further into the ditch.
Tina's going to play her forehand. Probably got to clear the front bowls. She's in the pack, I think.
I think she is.
Oh, needs to stop.
Yeah.
This is getting a little bit gnarly for Tina. Mort Jones is just putting another one in here. At least 3, we think maybe
And
4.
I think there could be 4, could be even 5 shots. They could be.
Green and the black.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the black was Grant Stowe's bowl, so crucial bowl here. She's going a bit. Needs to slow down. Slow down, Tina. Woo. Woo. Oh. That's so
That was a brilliant.
close to the shot itself, and actually ended up not
That might have been 5
It
shots.
could be 5, I think. Oh, what a crucial bowl that was. Our lollipop man is run out of 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay.
That's a big break.
Yeah, that was crucial. All set up by Kitty in the ditch, I think.
Yes,
was
it
that
was.
was it Tony that put it in the
Tony
ditch?
put it in the ditch,
Yep.
and the others had the next 4 shots to go with it.
As we speak, we can only call it a sun shower. There's sun's out, but it started shower again.
And actually, what's happened now that that's Mort Jones' team leading 12-2, it leads to the possibility of having to apply what has become a fairly new law, and that is that in knockout games, if you reach a stage in the game where you cannot win, then the game terminates. So you don't continue playing 12 ends just to
Almost
half
like
your
the
score.
mercy law, is it?
Mercy law. Sounds good.
Stop while you're ahead. Yep.
Yeah, so mind you, they'd have to have a lead of 8 shots with
Of
an
8,
end to
yeah.
go, or 16. There's always a remote chance that you can pick up a big number like 5, but it's unusual to pick up a 7 or an 8 in 4s. It's about a metre short.
Yeah, both are choosing to take the bank side. Breaking in now.
Yeah, it's coming in.
He certainly is consistent, isn't he?
He is. That's a good bowl. That's only a little bit back from the jack. It's probably closer. It looks on television a little bit further away, but it might be closer than that.
A little bit tight again here from Lisa. Be
Probably
under it, but
swing away. Unless it,
a little bit of weight might grab it. Nope.
not quite.
Okay, well, we're supported by good sponsors for this tournament. So Clinico is the main sponsor. IC Law. Logo says iClaw, doesn't it? But it's IC Law.
IC Law. We're everyday people, but not your everyday lawyers. They'll provide practical advice for business, personal wealth, and important life decisions. So,
Nice.
good sponsor to have.
Now that looks to be a good green here from Gwen. And she got it.
That's an excellent bowl, and it'll probably bring Lisa's into play.
Yes, indeed.
Could see that.
Still just the one, I think.
I think it's just the one.
Tony's bowls probably. Oh, he's playing weight at this. Better watch this, Joy.
Well, he's taken out 2 bowls, one of his own and one of the opposition.
Yep. That was straight into it. It was Fraser Gray. Chance here for Gwen to put another one in. These white bowls that she has.
She's generally a pretty consistent bowler.
Yep.
Generally not very far away.
Oh, it's a good line. Needs to get round them. Inside. She's got inside. That's 2 shots.
Yep. So Tony will probably attack that again.
Oh, yes. He won't take a second invite.
Having said that, he's not. He's playing for position just to.
It's going to just end up past.
Yeah, he's in a good place.
Well, I think Vicky's just got to try and get on there and just hope they miss.
I would say so. I think
They need to score.
yes, they do need to score, and they need to start scoring quite well.
It's all on the speed now.
She's got a bowl that she could rest on. That's quite a good bowl. It's coming in quite nicely.
Keep coming. Yep, could be.
Yep, but what it does do, it presents a little bit of a target for Tony to have a.
Yep, Tony on the run.
Might be a little bit
He's
wide.
in the area. He's
He
well.
missed everything. Well,
We're in Morrinsville. They left the farm gate open there,
they did indeed.
just enough for Tony Gray to go through.
I do wonder how a bowl can actually fit between the jack and the other shot bowl. But they have a habit of doing it.
This one's a little bit quicker. We can sit on this back one. Well, if there's a little bit of kitty, it could move out that way. If there's bowl on kitty. We haven't really seen Mort play too much in the way of an aggressive bowl.
No, I think he relies a little bit on Tony to do that. Mort will play a more just a controlled weighted shot, a little bit over the head.
Okay, just reaching. Starting to break now.
Might start to
He's under.
swing away.
Good opportunity here for Tina.
Yes, you could turn it into 3 or 4 shots. Might be a bit heavy,
Yeah.
a bit pacey.
Apart from being heavy and wide, it was fine.
Yes.
She'd be a bit disappointed with that. I guess the only good thing is she hasn't made the target bigger. So here's Mort. Oh, he's having a rethink. Thinking, oh, do I play more weight? No, he's just reaching again.
Yes.
Now it needs to break. Here it comes. Oh, it just got wooded. So it's still 3 shots there. Can Tina come in with the bonus? Still coming. Needs to run.
Coming in.
Needs to run. Could be.
Possibly has.
One, two, three. Looking at the 4th. Tony doesn't seem too interested. He said you can measure that.
That's right. how close this is.
No,
Just a 4.
3. 4. Is it 4 or 3? Might be 3.
When
Yep. 12-5, played 8.
and there's been a bit of a break on the next ring. It looks like 12-5.
12-5,
So
they've
there's
played
12-5 on both of them.
Yeah, 12-5, both on 8 ends as well.
So they're 2/3 of the way through, playing their 9th end.
Nice looking line here from Lisa. Just needs to stop. Yep. Stretched over a bit of ground this time.
Now we'll see how Grant goes with the longer end.
Oh, I'd say pretty good.
I'd say pretty good.
He's amazing.
It's looking good.
Look at that. With his weight in gold,
So
Grant Stoke.
that would send a message to the opposite lead to say, if you want to put a long jack in, I can bowl to
Put
it.
it anywhere you like.
A little bit short. This might be given a help here. No. Well, Grant, you let us down.
Oh, he's human. The white balls of Gwen. She's come on to the game a little bit in the last couple of ends, so we'll be looking to get one close here. No, not happy. Walked away. Bowlers seem to know, don't they? You can see if they walk off the mat quickly, they're not happy with it. And if
And
they-
as a coach, we often say, keep looking at your bowl, because that's, if you bowl a bad bowl, then you've got a chance to correct it. But you won't be able to correct it if you don't know what it's done. But it's human instinct. You bowl a bad bowl, you almost turn your back on it, walk away.
Well, she's given this one a bit more.
She has.
A wee bit too much. Okay, well, I think the final, they're saying, will be after 1 o'clock, or
I would say so. I've just been hearing in the background that that's
They're not,
possibly when they're going to play
they're not
it.
going to muck around with too long a lunch.
Don't think so.
A lot of these people have got places to go and beat the rain, I think, is the...
I think that'll be the object.
Well, if Mort Jones's team gets through to the final, we'll see them again.
We will.
And they look like they're a pretty handy team.
Yeah, they're playing quite well as a team.
Yep. Oh, there we
And
go,
Vicky's
Vicky.
got that, and that's just changed it.
Vicky Cole's just absolutely nailed it under all sorts of pressure, saying David, don't talk too quickly about the final. We haven't lost this game yet. Good to see some fight. Tony playing with a bit of reaching weight here. Looks under it.
Caught up on Grant's. No, let's come under that.
Okay, Vicky's looking for a repeat.
She is. There's a little bit of a gap there that she could come through. Even if she hit Lisa's bowl, she could bring it into play. Not hard enough?
No. Had have cleared it. It might have just had enough weight to
Yeah.
get close.
Not listening to his phone. Oh, there's Tony on
Here
the
we
run.
go. He's into it. Needs to clear the front one. Oh. Well, that's one way to get it.
It is. But he's taken out a couple of his own bowls in the process, so
Is this back one of his? Certainly the orange-blue is one of Tina's.
yep.
We know Grant's a black bowl on the right there. The green is one of
Fraser.
Mort's.
Yep.
It's just this left bowl which is the shot. I'm not sure. It's one of the ladies. Joyce calling it one of the ladies. If that's the case, that'll be the shot. Okay, well that looked good out of the hand.
It did look good out of the hand, and it also looks as though it's travelling pretty well.
Just needs to keep going. And
It did. And that'll be another
that's
shot.
the shot. That could be two there. Of course, Mort, he just wants to get in and draw it.
It's hanging out a little bit, but it mightn't be too bad. It's come inside that green, and he won't be far away.
Oh, that's one of the girls.
It is.
Don't think it'll count. He just needed to get a clear run in there. The weight looked pretty good. This one looks a bit quicker to me. Break now, and it comes.
It's
Too
another
good.
shot.
It's
It's
a-
a lovely shot.
It's quicker, but not that much quicker. It's an
No.
absolute peach.
Now, this is probably a crucial bowl for Mort because it's going to, if he doesn't get near, he's going to, they're going to close up the gap. Oh, yeah.
Right, he's playing weight, but he's a lefty and it's swinging.
And it's swinging away.
It's swinging, and he's going to miss everything, I think. He's not happy.
No, he's not happy.
It could be a 4 here.
It could be a 4. Yeah, it is a 4.
Is that what that means?
Yep.
That's a 4.
It's like cricket.
4 runs. That's terrific.
Oh, anyway,
Do
you
they
get
put
the-
both hands up for a 6?
Sometimes you sort of, I don't know. Depends if you're Billy Bowden or not.
Well, that's made it interesting.
It certainly has.
And apologies to Tina and her team. I was talking about the Mort team making the final shortly. Went the early crow. And the girls responded in kind. So well done.
So it's just as well we're not commenting on the next rank because they might do the same.
Well, this game's just got interesting, Barry.
It certainly has. It's closed it right up.
And a good opener there by Lisa Mundell.
Yes, it's,
Is Mr. Consistent going to keep it there?
I don't know, he might be into the
It's
ditch this
dropping.
time.
Wow, the girls have got the boys rattled here.
This is a fairly, well, every end's a crucial end, but the girls have hung in there, and you've just got to make, you don't
covering
ever
the-
give up, you just make sure you keep your bowls, well, that's a bit of a loosey.
Just covered a bit of width there. Got the spinnaker up like the New Zealand boat. Okay, I'm sure Grant will want to make amends from that first one.
I thought when you mentioned about a spinner there, we might have been talking about the cricket test in India with all their spinners. That's a pretty useful bowl by
Yeah.
Grant. It's in a position where if the jack moves back, well then it'll count. Now, Gwen's played this roadside bank. It's into the ditch.
Just a hint of a camber on that last foot of the ditch too, that once they get right near it, they fall in.
They do. It's almost as though it's downhill.
Yeah.
This one's been played on that embankment side as well.
Okay,
bit
still one to the Lisa Mundell bowl. We might have to try and make eye contact to somebody that's got the timer.
I sent a message to Kevin, but he didn't. Oh, maybe he sent me a message back.
Here's Gwen with a cracker. That's two now.
It is.
Yeah, it's close. Could be the shot. About 9 minutes to go is what we're hearing.
Oh, pushed it through.
Oh, she's pushed it through. 3 shots there for the
Three
ladies.
shots.
So yeah, 9 minutes to go. So we probably won't get all the ends in.
We'll certainly get, well, this end and the next one.
And the next one, and the
But that-
one after that will be iffy.
I think so.
But at the moment, the girls are giving the boys the full court press here, and here comes another one. That's close.
It's
And it's a
excellent
toucher.
bowl. So
That's at least 3,
yeah, I think it's probably 4.
probably 4.
It's the green
Oh
bowl.
no, sorry, no, that was Tony. That was Tony
that
Gray.
Tony's bowl. It was. It looked. I thought it was Vicky's.
No, that's Tony. So that's one to the boys at the moment.
This is not far away either. It's just a bit short. Oh well, it could have been a telling blow. Tony's
Wonder if
already
there's
had one.
a channel there on that backhand to chip that bowl out.
herself out. Not quite.
I'm not sure if any of these players are taking the time, whether they'll be aware of it or not. And here's our sponsors. Golden Homes, good sponsor here, and Lockerbie Village. Of course, we're here in the middle of Morrinsville, Lockerbie Village. Beautiful complex retirement village and housing out there at Lockerbie. Bowers Brothers, all your concrete requirements, concrete posts, concrete hot mix, anything. Bowers and IC Law and Clinico here at the Clinico Classic. Well, I think Tina's playing with weight. Needs to get rid of it. Oh, it's probably made it 2.
It probably has.
Good weight for the shot.
It was a good weight. I mean, she could hit the front out her next bowl. If she hit the front green, could take them both out.
Yep.
But I'm not sure whether she's got the firepower to be able to do that. So we'll soon find out.
This is
Probably got nothing to lose, because going down 2 shots at this stage would create another.
Yep. Indication. Vicky's saying give it plenty.
Yep.
They don't have any position at the back. The boys have Grant's bowl at the back, so she wants to try and get him out of there without any movement. Okay, she's given us plenty. What's the direction like? It's under and missing. And Mort said that'll do me. I'll take 2.
Yep.
Quite a crucial end there, set up by Tony Gray. The girls had a wonderful little nest there.
And it's the game's narrowed up on the next drink as well. It's now
They're following each other, I think.
12-8.
So this is going to be right on the bell, this one. They're both thinking there's 2 ends to go. But there could well be a bell before the last bowl's played on this end, which means Tina Jakes' team are going to need 5 or more. And to do that, they've got to get past Grant Stowe. There's Lisa again. She's been pretty tidy off the front here. I think both these leads, Joy, both these leads have been pretty steady right through the game. That's a nod from Joy. She's not giving me much today on the commentary. Okay, Gwen wants to continue on her good form. Oh, still Lisa's second bowl first. We lost our where's he gone? Commentator. I think he's gone. Gary Hooper is our other commentator. He's just gone to check the time. How are we looking, Gary?
They're going to check the. They're going to check the time with the. Okay. They're going to check the time with the other clock as well.
Yes, Barry. Yep.
I think they're down to about 6 minutes. But
Okay. Well, they may get it. It'll be close.
So hopefully our messenger will come back and tell us how long, How much to go there?
Here's Gwen.
So they're holding one shot.
Yeah, potentially
This should-
Lisa's bowl in the front is shot.
Should become a second one. It stops. Hard
Good
to
effort.
tell.
Pretty good.
It's not far away either by the look of
It
it,
could
but
be
short.
close to the shot from Fraser. Yep, fingers going up. Fraser Gray holding. Fraser and Tony related,
They are father and son.
father and son.
Yep. Tony's been playing for quite some years.
But a aggressive shot there by Gwen.
This is a pretty good bowl coming in from Tony.
Tony's played some great bowls on
He
the last
has.
couple of
He's,
ends when his teams needed him.
He's put the bowl in the jack in the ditch, and that finished up with a 5-shot margin. Then he had another one where they were 3 down, and he picked up a shot.
Okay, Tina's saying to Vicky, might need to play through there, take 2 or 3 out of there. I don't think they realise they probably don't want to take too long here. Vicky's favouring the draw.
She is. I think she wants to move that jack just a little bit.
It's pretty
That
close.
sounds like the bell.
Pretty close. Was that the bell?
It sounded like the bell, didn't it? It's, so it suggests to me that this might be the last. This will be the last end.
Yep. Mort's just had a quick look around at the scoreboard just to check what the situation is.
Yeah, I think they're pretty. I think they're pretty safe.
And
There's
Tony's
another-
put in a lovely shot there. 2 good bowls. Probably now looking to remove some bowls off the head
I would think so. I think they have to go for.
because it's a bit of a mixed licorice all sorts here.
It is.
Yep, in she comes. Hold all tickets. There's a couple gone.
Taken 2 out.
There's still a couple of shots there for Mort's team, the 2 at the front. And there's 3 or so around it outside of that.
Yes, they would have to remove the 2-shot bowls.
And
Which
stay
could
there.
give them, there's a potential for getting 3 or 4,
Yeah,
but it's probably not going to be enough. No, they need 16 to force an extra end. And I can't see them getting 6 shots.
okay, we'll be back at the conclusion of this in half an hour or so with the final.
We will. And they're still sorting out who the other finalists will be on the
It's
other.
12:10 next door, so that's close. Okay, here comes Tina. A little bit wide for that weight, I think. Might be be hitting friendly fire.
That's the wrong one.
Makes it potential for a 3 or 4, but I can't see a 5 there now.
I can't see a 5 there.
And Mort's just going to do what Mort does. Just drawing amongst it.
And just outside.
Just outside that
It's
line
going to-
again.
It is. It's going to miss.
It's not deviating. That's 2 shots.
Yep.
And the shaking hands.
It's all
So
over.
that's a win to Mort James, Tony Gray, Fraser Gray and Grant Stowe. And they'll be going through to the final that we will be taking live in half an hour or so. So we'll see you back then. Thank you very much to Barry Hooper, who will be joining me again.
I will. That's good.
And we'll see you again.